Yes, guys, it's Mr. Ilovesesh in the building, season 3. We've got the man himself, Ade Smilez. Firstly, giving him one of these. You know what I mean? He's getting one of these. Work rate. Work rate.
Thank you.
How we doing, sir?
I'm good, thank you. How's your day been?
It's been all right, you know.
Happy New Year, Merry
Happy
Christmas.
New Year. Same old, same old. Well gone, though.
Season 3.
Season 3.
Okay.
You know you have to start off season 3. I had to get the man himself, Ade Smilez, in the building.
But we're doing 3s this year because I'm celebrating a third. This is our 3rd year as well, but we'll get there.
Okay.
So yeah, we're both in the same line right now.
Listen, everyone's been on to me to get you on.
Oh, we appreciate them. Thank you to them as well.
So that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I think you're unique, especially your style and your look.
Okay,
so you stand out already. That's a fact. Do you know what I mean?
I hear that.
Sounds. It's. Do you know what? Yeah. I'm just happy you're here, bro.
I'm happy I'm here too.
I feel like everyone needs to hear your journey. Everyone needs to know your background. You know what I mean? Why you're pushing the journey, why you're doing this journey. You know what I mean? I see you all over the place, traveling a lot as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're strongly with the culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, your sounds. I'm a piano, yeah.
Yes, currently we're for the last 4 years we've been deep, 100% I'm on piano.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Afro house, nope, just Amma, straight Amma.
I came in from house music purely. When I say house, I scroll on the radio and just listen to a sound I didn't know, and it would be house.
Yeah.
So a DJ I didn't know, and then I'm talking about like 8, 9 years old when we used radios. You know what I'm saying? And that was what's most comfortable to me. So obviously, you know, when Gigs was doing Walking the Hardest, I was about 18, 19 years old, but I was already deep in house music.
Yeah.
So I would already been familiar at like Sleepless Nights or...
Yeah, Sleepless Nights, you know.
CC's, Wine Bar or Cameos
Sleepless
or...
Nights.
All them places that was a bit... E3 was still popping them times. Because the people I looked up to, my elders, you'll realise I'm not much younger than you, but I'm like a little bit, and I looked up to you because you were having fun in the club.
Yeah.
So I would come I wasn't say early, I'd come even solo. So it's discreet, has a bit of issue with my age. I'm like, listen, dog, I'm by myself.
Yeah.
I just came to hear tune.
Yeah.
And so it's house music, electro music, evolved into... I was there when Funky House was a big deal.
Massive, yeah.
So,
funky,
yeah, it was a big deal. Like, but I quickly... That was the gateway to knowing what the different genres were, the different avenues. So when I wanted it a bit more expanded on our ideas or a bit deeper, that's when we got into Afro House and then the Black Coffees and the everyone basically. And it's crazy because, you know, my peers are like, they were doing the dances and making those songs, but they were doing those dances and the migrant skank came about from our elders that we watched and how they dance in the club. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at, it's about a decade plus ago, it's what's happening now. If you look at the current music culture, it's I'm a piano where
flying.
The kids are dancing in the club. The kids are dancing in school, making up these dances, doing these things, and us as adults are emulating them and vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's weird where it's like, it's just people keeping their inner child alive all the way around in all ages. And I guess house music for me is kind of allowed that because everyone in the club is different.
Yeah, 100%.
Everyone in that darkness, we met in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you meet crazy and weird people both in the club in that darkness. I know everyone in our house scene because I've been to everyone's raves. Like, for 2 reasons. One, I was right-hand man for Kitty Moore, I still am, and Seth Combo. But also I'm a house raver. So maybe you won't find me in the smoking section and whatnot up until like recently, but you'd find me next to the biggest speaker, just going and just enjoying.
Yeah, seriously.
You know what I'm saying? And I was there till 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, going hard with everyone, teasers, kids mix and fevers and everyone, and going back to my daily, wherever it might be. Do you know what I'm saying? And even back then they'd be like, whatever you do, you're kind of cool with it, so keep doing it. You know what I did, but they just knew I was happy in the club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's always been my safe haven. I wouldn't ride out because I'd go raving. I know facts.
Way.
I wouldn't ride out because I would go raving. I wouldn't lick no one down or do them kind of things because really and truly my car was at Jazz and Julian Gomez and music that weren't telling me nothing.
Yeah.
They're not saying anything.
Yeah,
They're just
that music's
beats.
mad, you know.
Yeah, it's just or if whatever they're saying is about praise, it's about love, it's about life, it's about just spiritual elevation. So you can't really, well, behind my tents, I'd really be rocking that stuff. But if the guy's cutting me or whatever, I'm just going to be dancing. I have no issues, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of, we all got issues, but I kind of like music is that house music and that vibe and Afro house is definitely my daily bread. So, yeah.
You're saying that's your go-to?
Bro, I'm the other kind of person where, people are like, I don't listen to this every day, I listen to other stuff. I'm like, no, I listen to it every day. I only listen to other stuff when I'm with you. So I only hear commercial music when I'm with other people in their car and stuff.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
So it's more like I get submissions for music and mixes. I get tracks that are going to be released and whatnot. And I'm really looking for all the tracks that I've heard too. Because it's like, I'm a piano is like radio in the club where that's where we play the new stuff. That's where you're trying to Shazam, but our culture is we understand Shazam's not going to work, but we still test it. When the Shazam in culture got to the UK, it kind of got a bit twisted. It wasn't about, it's unshazamable because I got an exclusive. It's unshazamable because this is brand new and you know it. That's why you Shazammed it and it didn't work.
Yeah, it worked. Facts.
We were all Shazamming, bro. Like, I was Shazamming in the club in 07, 08 in my pocket because I didn't want people to know I was trying to get these songs. Yeah. Ask Seth Combo, where I stood behind him until 2 so I can look over the deck
to see
what was playing. And everyone was like, that was your spot. Yeah, because I was trying to see what I got. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to always, if your ear is to the streets, you realize where the music comes from, and really and truly, these producers are making the music in their houses, linking up with the DJs. The DJs are taking a risk and playing in the clubs, and you get a moment to shine, and then everyone just takes that moment and does it again and again and rinse and repeat.
You think it's a risk though?
It is always a risk. I tell you why it's a risk, yeah. And the risk is not being taken here at the moment in our scene, in the London scene.
In the London AMA scene?
Yeah. The piano scene in London. You have to kind of play it safe to some degree because we're a niche crowd.
Very niche.
So the percentage of us, if we put all the AMA piano lovers together under the house wing in London, is still quite small. We might be able to a festival 5K, but we can't take over and dominate like originals or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or another big festival. Not yet. We're still building. Our people are still coming out and we're still trying to understand how to serve them the right way. But in this scene, to break through, you have to be courageous and try something different. Because if someone new is here every day trying something as well.
I was saying to the other guys just now, mate, there's too many new people coming through.
But that was always the case. But now everyone has an opportunity to show you what they got. In the history of time, I tell you what, I've never gone 10 days without meeting another DJ.
Same.
Right. So therefore, it means like now you actually can compare yourself to someone or their work rate or what they're up to or where they've been. Really should compare yourself to yourself, right? But you can see what else the competition is doing or what other people are doing around you. You couldn't see that before. You'd hand me a flyer outside the club, and if another guy's not handing me a flyer, I don't know about his event. End of the discussion. You can do an event right now and put 100, 500 pounds behind it, and I will be forced to know about your event on Instagram.
Definitely Instagram.
And that model isn't just for events or products, it's also for brands and artists. So some artists are going to put money behind their name and say, I need people to see me, whether they're good or they're not. And other artists are going to be like, you're going to see me by force. And I'm one of those artists like, I've been here for a minute, I'm cool, I'm all right. But now the light is over here, so I have to be one of the representatives from my side of the world that does it a certain way. Like, if we're going down that way, we butt these guys, we're good. Or if these guys come out this way and they play with us, yeah, we're good.
Yeah, they're good.
Do
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And yeah.
Yeah,
that's
you've
where
got
we're
good management anyway.
Yeah, I've got a great team. I have real people, real friends around me. Like, we support each other. There will be some ostentatious name dropping where possible. Yeah, but these people are my friends for real. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, we break our teams into different names. So one of our teams is No Name, which is Seth Combo, Kitty Moore, myself, Oliemi, and Niels Marco. And each of us in that 5 is proficient in our area. And why we go as No Name is because each of us has our own name. So as a brand, we can have no name and just provide and supply. Behind No Name, we did Seth Combos and Kitty Moores on my own live streams during lockdown.
Yeah.
We did the release live streams, and we supported other people in their venture to get into live streaming space and whatnot. I have my Red Room team, myself, Oliemi, Neil, Anelia, the other Niels.
Legend, yeah, she's probably
a real legend. You know, I've known Annie for like 15 plus years as well.
Yeah, she's a proper woman.
Yeah. She's from the bits, from the ends. So
Yeah.
She's Peck and Mum New Cross, so we kind of know each other well.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's diligent. We're we're similar but different in the same way. It's interesting when you look at our team's dynamic where right next to me you have Anelia, a woman, and you think, wow, where's the man them? Nah. And like she's my shield, I'm her sword, and vice versa at certain times. Like I can get loose and tell everyone to jump up on stage and she'll be like, no. This is not gonna work. Yeah. Or bro, I take risks that you shouldn't take, like, because I wanna push the boundary.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I know there's nothing wrong with it, but you know, there's certain times where it's like get the bag first and then push the boundary.
It's a fact.
There's been times we ain't been paid yet, and I'm really doing things that is like, you know, getting people to lift up chairs in the club because it's the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then then we have the whole piano industry as a whole in London right now. I think, as much as people don't want to say it, I think we're a team.
Yeah, I'll say, like I said in the previous interview, I was kind of saying that he's kind of taken over. They're like, no-ish. But I was like, yeah-ish.
You see, I think some of us in our piano squad are real fighters. Like, we're that.
There's unity over there.
Yeah, there's unity, but you know why there's unity is because it's tough. With the first breakout crew kind of thing, like let's say myself, Cherise, Mixolis, the likes of Golden Lady, Dylan Franklin, all the likes of those kind of guys, SK, had to perform, Fistos, Nicky Summers, had to show you what gone. Yeah? I tell you why, because it's 11 hours away, quickest to South Africa. So Chinese whispers, songs change by the time they get here. Right? You and I both don't understand the language. I don't. I'm learning the language via the music. I know the tones, I know the sounds, I know what things mean. But there's a vibe in it. Now, things can get lost in translation. One thing that got lost was BPM. Because over here, no one knew it.
Yeah, but it's always faster here, though.
Yeah, but no one knew it.
That
we were faster over here.
Okay.
No one was aware of it. It wasn't a discussion. It wasn't a thing. Actually, as UK, we're really trendsetters. So it's the London way or the UK way. End of discussion. Where these guys were like, you're messing with our thing and we're going to really, really, really come down on you if you keep doing this shit. Now, when I was in South Africa, I was told before I went in 2019, don't get involved in politics. I was told by one of the greatest Afro house DJs, producers in the world, called my phone and was like, I know you're going, because I did some work for me. I know you're going, watch out for this. Be careful, the ladies are beautiful, they're amazing. But also, you're a politician. I said, no. He said, yeah, don't get involved in politics. Mm. So since 2019 and now, I've really spoken about the scene and the game because I'm not a politician. But now I've got heavy experience and I stand or sit in a certain place where it's like, oh, I can tell you what it looks like.
I could talk on, yeah.
I can tell you what it looks like in my opinion. I can't tell you what should and shouldn't be. So, for instance, the BPM situation, I can be a representation of a BPM, but I can't say to you it has to be this way across London because I don't cater for the whole of London. I don't cater for the whole of UK. I actually just cater for that niche. Like it was my aim in a few years is like you'd have that hour or two piano set in that crazy house rave, and we respect it for it was, and then we went back to whatever we had. You know what I'm saying? Because it's it's one of the corners, it's one of the sounds. It does its thing, and you love us and respect us like we love and respect you. You know what I'm saying? Like we're with the techno guys, or Sundele guys, we're with the EDM guys. It's just when you listen to it, we're in the same boat as you guys. When people are like, oh, house is all the same. It's just dum dum dum. Give it 7 minutes. That's about one track, right? And then play another track. It's gonna be like, oh, actually, it's slightly different. We're in the same place where it's like immediately you think it's dugga dugga do. Everyone's punching the air, but that's one type, you know. When I was out there, they told me there's at least 21 languages of Amapiano.
Oh, 20. I said, I was speaking to that, so, relating back to the interview
Previous
before.
time,
I was
yeah.
only saying about there was 4. It was 20 something.
21 at least, and I'm like, okay, cool. I can name about 4 or 5. You know, you got your Skidra, you got your private school, you got your Bacardi, you got your soulful piano, which is like private school. But then for them to say it's 21, it's like each province, each area, each top boy, each borough has his flavor, his way of doing it. And you know, when they said it to me, I thought at least about 21 different producers in this town. You got like a Vigo Deep. He would play in Fabrics. You would have no idea this was Amapiano. You would have no idea, bro. He'd hit you with these spacious, technological songs with wild bridges. These vocals are like... I opened with one of Vigo's Deeps. This time last year, I played at Housewoman, I think it was, or something like that, at O2. I came out with a song was like, can you feel the silence? Can you feel... Everyone's looking at me like, huh? Because it's like a rock sample, and they're expecting Amapiano from me. But as soon as it went, dum 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 dum,
mad.
Someone threw the cup at me, 100%. Like, you're fucking around. Sorry, you're messing around. You've come to make noise, 100%. Because again, I came from a house space where we know the songs very well, so we stopped going to certain events because it sounded the same. Music wasn't progressive, so you follow the progressive people. So I'm behind the progressive people with progressive music. 2019, it was Seth Combo, myself, D Malice, and Kitty and Moore. They were on tour. I was their visuals, their eyes. I went to learn Amapiano and see it. And before I left, they were like, you love this, like we love it. So when you go home, share it with them. I bet. But I was already listening to music the whole of 2019. And it came naturally. So Super D on record is the first person in the United Kingdom I heard play Amapiano. And I heard it played at Jerome's event. Not Jerome Kidman, Jerome's event.
Oh, J-Rome.
Jerome's event. I'm not sure. I was doing photography at that event.
Yeah.
So I know.
Yeah.
So I heard the song. I turned to the booth and I was like, what's happening? This is mad. Shazam didn't work. But again, it was at 126 BPM or whatever he was comfortable at. This is mad. At the same time, simultaneously, I was doing visuals and whatnot for Scholar T. So I hit Scholar. I was like, hey, Super played this song. I know if I message him tonight, I'm not going to get a reply. But what song is this? Or, no, sorry, take that back. Scholar T had a radio show at Arja Radio in Deptford. So I would film his show and make content. He played this song. I was like, yo, what is this song? Super played this last week. So this is this new thing from Amapiano Volume 4. It was 911 or Reference. I remember this track. I pull up my phone, it's the top of the list, Cool. So I had this track, I put it to the side. Then Kitty and Moore and Gomez from Fix Kaza separately, independently, same week sent me 2 separate songs from that same album.
Okay.
So now I've got 3 songs from this 12-track album. Inquisitive myself, I was like, get the whole album, boy. Listen to the whole thing. Yeah, I stopped listening to everything else, bro.
Then you just kept it straight.
But I couldn't mix it.
Oh, okay. So that's a
Could
whole
mix
next
it.
process now.
Yeah, I could listen to it. I could identify. I could hit the songs. Kabza, da 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 da. But when I tried to mix it, it didn't make sense. Like we're in that 120 and above range. And before I did the maths, I'm saying 56 BPM. What does 56 mean? I'm saying 111. I'm like, how is this 111 and this is 56, but it's on time. Then I realized, oh, some of the beats are like half time, but the range is really 110 to 116. So it's a whole different game. So again, with most people in the UK, in London, and like ourselves, we thought, I'm gonna mix this here with my sauce. I'm gonna do a little bit of whatever, finesse it, yeah.
Yeah, jug it.
Jug it, bro. I'm gonna just, I got this new exclusive, throw it in there. And they were just working with it, and it wasn't, immediately it sounded different to how it would sound to me at home, with my sister, in my car, whatever. It sounded strange. So I didn't mix it purposely. So when I did go at the end of the year and I heard it in the clubs, I saw their systems. Bro, you know what I want to say to you? Like, the majority of their clubs and venues have better sound than 80% of London. In South Africa, in Johannesburg.
Okay.
I want to say to you, like, it's more important that the sound hits than the venue's sexy or whatever it might be. It's more important that the sound hits than there's actually quality AC.
Yeah, you're gonna hit the sound.
When the sound is hitting,
yeah.
alright. So we're talking about, let's even talk about Afro house and deep house and stuff, like African house music. Where's one of the hubs? It's not South Africa, no?
Yeah.
Right. They have an appreciation for this music to the extent where they'll bottle the sound man if he doesn't do his job right.
Yeah.
That's their, and that's a raver. Forget my manager or my team that's already on his neck. Someone that just came, I want to dance tonight because I might cry tomorrow. Don't mess with me. Do the right thing. Play the music the right way. Let us enjoy it. So when I drink and I go home, I just sleep, man, because we're all struggling the same. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me.
So the sound is pure. The raves, again, it's like, bro, we could leave right now and go to a rave and it will pop and you'd be like, wow, how did you know it was going to pop? I was like, I didn't. We just came here. And your favorite DJ might pass through, like it is in London, bro. Like, there was a point in time in central London, I would see all my favorites on the weekend.
Yeah.
Super, Kiz, Pioneer, MA1, Tease, Thief, everyone. A+, Comfy, or Kieran Cruz. Everyone. I'll see everyone play, because I was on that side, you know what I'm saying? Radford. Well, now the weekends have changed.
Yeah, definitely changed.
But they're over there like that. But it's not a weekend business, bro. In the festive time, it's every day of the week. 31 Saturdays. Now it's like any night can go off. It's Thursday. It's definitely Thursday. Thursday to Monday. Mahudu Mondays, ladies. I think Thursdays is ladies' nights, and Friday, Saturday is just. Yeah, so, it's a dance culture. I'd rather go, if you want to book me, if you say, where do you want to go? Ibiza? Nah, I say, let's go. As a black man, brother, you're going to have the best time of your life.
Best place
I've been to Miami, I've been to these places, and it's cool, and we do what we do, and actually, we're black men in affluent places because we've got money now, and we feel nice. But you feel different when you're at home, and the sun is nice, and the weather's nice, and the drinks are nice, and the body you're looking at, same like you kind of thing.
Yeah, I get that.
All
energy.
flavors, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is natural beauty
energy,
and stuff.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and one thing I miss and didn't miss about London is the sirens. So I live opposite a fire station. I hear that thing every 90 minutes, 90 seconds or 3 minutes, right? I never heard that over there. I just heard birds, bro.
Peace, bro.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I'd encourage it. But yeah. Back to you.
Journeys are ready. Listen, this is what I'm saying. That was a deep one, boy. That's what I'm trying to say. You could just tell when somebody's into it and somebody's just around it.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? So
deep.
I definitely respect that. But I see one extra. I see you one extra mixes. I see. Yeah, you got. So what? Sorry, I want to ask you. Sorry, it's not Red Hour.
No, so let me break it down. Red Room was what started in the
Oh, so it's
lockdown.
called Red Room.
Red Room is the event.
Okay.
Yeah. Red Hour is myself and Oluyemi as a duo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh right. Always work.
And I wanted to do that specifically to treat like a group, a band. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like Outkast, in where you got Big Boy and Andre 3000. But we were delivered Outkast and then we got them later. But it's kind of like at a jump, you get all three pieces. You get myself, you get Oluyemi, and you get Red Hour, because individually we're different, even though we come from the same place. I've known the guy since '07. We've raved together. We've done a lot. We've been in the same life a certain way. And we hear sounds a certain way. But I've always been the more recklessly creative between me and my friends in some degree. So I'm going to show them how it works and then be like, yeah, you can do it too.
Yeah.
And then they also he came to my house during lockdown. I was like, bro, he was one of the lockdown guys. I was like, show me how to do this DJ thing. His is slightly different. He bought the equipment for his sister the year before Christmas and she didn't get into it yet. So I was like, bro, I see your setup in your house. You're always knocking it out. I'm with you in the clubs raving. I hear these tunes. Do you know this I'm a piano thing is crazy? I can hear some mixes. So immediately I'm like, okay, here's some headphones and come to my house and here's tunes and let's rock. Because to me, I don't watch TV. I don't play PlayStation and shit. Yeah, I make things when I get bored. You know what I'm saying? I do creative stuff. So being with my people in the studio behind some decks is my kind of chill time. So encouraging him to get into it was like another layer of our friendship now. And then when it hit to like Red Room is really going off and everyone's watching online, because for those that don't know, Red Room happened during the lockdown. And what happened was I missed raving at that time. And then in my head, it was like Thursday night was the pre-rave and Sunday night was the closing rave. So you'd go to like Bankside or them kind of more older house raves, right? So my thing was on 10:30s on Thursdays and 10:30s on Sundays, PM. I'm just going to come online and just rock with you guys until whatever. And each hour, I will emulate another DJ in my mind, like it's a different set. And I'll be there for 4 to 6, 8 hours, twice a week. People, I don't care if it's one person or 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Funny enough, this has been my 14th year in the rave industry, raving events game. And I've had the events where no one was here but the bar staff. Yeah. And they've closed the door and they've come to me at the booth and they're like, again, I'm the DJ of the event. I'm more of a DJ than a promoter. I'm an artist, not a promoter. So they come to me like, you're hard, you're dope. No one is even here, but you can rock on as long as you like. Do you want drinks? Do you want food? And you're like, just keep doing your thing. The people will come. I was like, cool. I've always had that in the back of my... That's the thing that people say, oh, you're you. Just do you. Don't stop doing you. Brother, why can't I just do what you're doing? That looks all right now. And it's like, it doesn't fit for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or I can't... As soon as I try to fit in or blend in, I feel awkward. So I just have to do it my way.
Okay, you don't... Yeah, I know what you're trying to say.
I don't know if it's... Or maybe I'm just a rebellious person at nature. I just have that in me. Maybe I'm just being nice by saying fitting in is awkward. I just want to break some shit.
Say rockstar lifestyle, yeah?
Yeah, you know, bro, like, you know when you hit that tune and it just hits you and you're just like, I need to express myself and I don't even know how to dance in the way I need to express myself.
Now, music's therapy, though. 100%,
yeah, like,
100%.
I just need to do something. And that was one of those things where, you know, obviously the rock... I used to listen... Side note, I'm a Travis Scott guy before, as well as house music and that. Before the COVID, I was in O2 at his concert, rocking out, jumping up and down and moshing and raging out.
I can't listen to him, man.
Exactly right. So it's like, it's a juxtaposition. We have that guy and that, and it's heavy that, and you have house music. It's like, how does that work for you? Just me.
Yeah, music. Yeah, like I said, music's therapy, man. I feel like you could be versatile when it comes to music. There's
100%.
You could listen to everything, really. You know what I mean? It's just whatever you take in and whatever you feel in it. You know what I mean? I don't listen to anything no more, though. Not like how I used to. Do you know what I mean? I kind of keep it to what... I'm kind of a person who keeps it to what I know.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I listen to new music, but I kind of just...
You know what I found was interesting one time? I met Teaser in the gym. No, actually, I'd known DJ Teaser for a long time. But the night he paid attention to me was because they carried me out of the club. So the next day he was on Rinse FM and he was like, yo, if anyone see the Ade Smilez, please let him know that send some love, whatever. So, and these are Twitter days, so you'd be on Twitter and listen to radio at the same time. So I hit him, I was like, nah, man, cool, man. Like, I think someone spiked my drink. What? And he was like, all right, cool, be safe. And he's saying this on the air, like, guys, be safe, we're in the clubs. If they can get Ade Smilez. And I was like, okay, cool, like, people care. So when we used to go to the same gym, Fitness First and Lucian, so I used to ask him questions about DJing and no one's ever taught me anything like that, but I'd ask questions to teach myself.
Yeah.
So I used to ask him things like, who do you listen to the most? And that was a question where I remember he paused for a good 30 seconds. He had an AirPod in or something. And maybe this is like 2010. And he was like, I listen to myself the most. And at first, maybe for the first 2 years, I thought that was the most arrogant thing I've heard from someone I actually respect. But the deeper I got into this music game and the more I was making music and making mixes, I actually realized that
that's it.
That's the truth. Like, you listen to yourself so much to compare yourself to what's out and what's current. I'm not sure when this is out, but probably by the time this is out, my next single, it will be out. And I ain't heard anything else but what we've been making the last 4 or 6 weeks. I've heard what's current in the club. I got that.
Yeah.
To play to you lot when I play.
Yeah.
But what we really been listening to.
Yeah. So I got sent a couple of your tunes today as well.
Yeah.
Big Bang.
Yeah.
Banger.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, King Smilez. I think them two.
Yeah.
I took to the most. I think I got sent about 8.
Yeah, I think it was a 7-pack.
Yeah. Sorry, 7-pack.
Yeah.
But them two. Yeah.
So,
not to say the other bangers, but them two. I thought, I pulled them when I put it 3-4 times. Yeah.
Finding Big King Smilez is not the next single that I just mentioned. It's the next single.
Oh, what you're gonna release in order?
Yeah. So I think I don't have a strategy. I just have an air of consistency.
Yeah, no.
So if I just, like you said, the mixes again, like I was knocking out these mixes just consistently to see because I had the formula.
Yeah.
Just record while you're playing. Cut out the best bit and put that up, right? And it's the same with the studio. Just record our favorite best bits, cut the best bit down and release it as songs and whatnot. And playing Boiler Room and playing 2 of my own tracks really
Boiler Room, massive.
Put something in my back.
See that there?
Yeah.
I thought, when I saw that, I thought,
Yeah, that was
that's massive, you know. You're not acting like it's a big thing. Boiler Room, not anyone goes Boiler Room, you know.
Honestly.
Not anyone goes Boiler Room, bro.
I never said this out loud either, but it was a big deal to me. Watch it again, yeah. And feel like you're talking to me. And
bro,
say something to me like, bro, you're up here, you know, you're going to see me laugh on that screen.
I commented on the thing when I saw it, I thought, nah.
I'm laughing with you guys. My friends call it a black man, what did they say it was? A happy black man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, forget who's around me, bro. It could have been one person, bro. I was happy to be on Boiler Room because it's something that we've worked towards secretly in the background. Like, you know, like to be a DJ from the ends and hear about Boiler Room and they don't even have flyers like that and you don't know who they book.
That's what I like about them, bro. That's how you know. That's when you know you've built. Like, you don't post nothing. You don't post what you've built. You don't post who you're booking. You don't post nothing. You just bang out a Boiler Room on a Monday or whatever.
And I tell you what's crazy is like even that sequence of events wasn't even as streamlined as it looks. You know, I played Ministry and got kicked out 9 minutes after my first set.
What, cabs are these small? Oh, so you got kicked out on that? How come?
Yeah, so, and this is 9 minutes after we've just bust up and we've opened for cabs and now he's about to play.
You open for cabs though, yeah?
Yeah, and I'm crossing over. Basically I've got a wristband on, it says artist. I'm like, to the security guard, like, excuse me, let me go past on for fresh air or whatever. Yeah. And he's like, hold on, wait a minute, because the booth is here. He's like, it's only AAA here. I'm like, I ain't even going to the booth.
I'm trying to go.
I'm going over there. Secondly, I've just finished my set. I'm working just like you. I understand how services work. So I'm very respectful to anyone that's working their job too. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even if I'm just DJing, I'm going to say hello to the security, the bar staff, anyone not in my way, but I meet and say, how are you? How's your day been? What's cracking? Yeah. So I was the same way with him, but obviously the event is busy. I'm like, headphones are here, drink is here. Another power trip security comes and it's like, move. And I'm like,
No, Ministry's a bit stiff though.
Okay, cool. Now, in that 30 seconds, he grabs me, I grab back, they grab ball, and we all go down. And in that tussle, they put me on the floor, and I'm like, brother, I just finished playing. Yeah. They've ripped the wristband off. The artist liaisons, because this all got on thing, saw me, walked to me outside, walked to me, he was like, come walk with me. And I was like, you know how I know this works? And I know how this works. You're going to tell me to walk to the gate. Once I cross the threshold, you're going to say, see you later, mate, and tell me to go home. And he's like, no. That's exactly what happened. Security walked me out past the gate of Ministry, the side gate. He stood on the back side. He sparked a cigarette. They let him close the gate. He's like, yeah, you might as well go home, bro. And I was like, bro, like, when I came into this building, you shook my hand and said, thank you for coming. We appreciate you for playing. This is a big night. I'm a piano. Blah, blah, blah. And you just see what happens, whether they know or don't know. I'm on the artist. You just tell me to, okay, cool. Now, I didn't have my phone on, I think, and this is in front of the thousands of people that went out to see it. So people are telling my team, like, oh, something's happened. What's funny is the car that pulled up outside just after was the car that had been running around with Burner Boy or whatever that day. And it was like, Smilez, why are you outside? Phantom, drop head, whatever, sexy car, come sit in here. And I was sitting, I was thinking, yeah, this is rockstar life now. Like, turn a negative into a positive. I'm the first of my people to bust up Ministry and get thrown out within 10 minutes. I'm hard. I didn't see Kabza play that day. I didn't see him at all. I didn't see
You didn't even see him. Mm-mm. Yeah, jokers.
And people are telling me outside, like, I'm part of the reason why this event is happening. I appreciate that. I love that. But it's only right if I did something different. You know what I'm saying? And nothing against Ministry per se, because they've apologized. I've actually played there again. I think I played it twice since. And they've treated us better since. Because that day also Kabza was treated a certain way. And
what he's treating? So just acting that day.
Yeah, it was and here's what's funny.
I hate that spot, man.
In their 30 years of history, that night, one of those two nights, either Kabza night or the DJ Maparisa night, yeah. And this is not public information, it's just information. One of those two nights was the second highest grossing night in Ministry's history.
What,
Black event, I'm a piano, second highest, and they treat us like we're...
never say it. That's why I don't even go there, but that's near my house.
Yeah, it's near mine too.
Near my house, I never go there, man.
Alright, we're from the same bit.
Trust me, I don't even want to talk about them.
No, we keep it positive, but just in the journey of... the reason why I mentioned it was literally that happened, and 4 or 5 days later, I be Boiler Room were like, are you ready?
You ready to come?
11th of July. We'll see you in Ibiza. And I was like, I literally...
That was settings as well. I saw the settings.
Yeah,
I thought,
bro.
Rah.
I had a day to soak. So the event was on Saturday. Sunday, nothing is happening. Monday morning, as I'm getting my chest up to like, yeah, they're open. I'm going to fire everyone. The email came through and I was like, let me put my attention right, because there's 14 days to leaving. So now it's like outfits, sets, songs, who's coming, who's not coming. Let's finish Getaway, because Getaway used to be bust now, and that has a debut place to be played. My first single, even. Like, I've been making music for my first single, and now I got something to debut. Forget what happened at Ministry, man. That was literally my ethos. Don't get me wrong, there was a sour time. If you mention that around me and you try to make joke about, I'm gonna sting you. I'm gonna sting you, but now it's like, if my team was even like, let Addy tell the story, let him how it tells it. Then we go off that as a gauge of what the vibe is. You know what I'm saying? So things will happen, and anyone that's listening and thinking that, you just smile, you dance, and you do your thing. Brother, my mum told me, do the thing that whether they wake up in the middle of the night, first thing in the morning, it's raining, it's snow, and it's whatever, and you're down to do it. Bro, it's cold outside. I was here an hour early. I didn't care if you didn't let me inside, because this is what it's about.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I've helped them move speakers and set up events and just be the person to make sure this goes right. So sometimes even in a thing was, I just go to an event just to vibes with the people that I know that listen to me, because they need support here too.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So...
Yeah, that's fact. You're in tune, man. You're in tune.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a... I feel like I'm in tune, but maybe I'm just in my own...
element.
Yeah, like deep in myself, a space So it's like, you guys tune into me. It's like, he's focused on this bit. But I guess it's like, still like, I'm right behind Seth Comer, right behind Keaton, right behind Teaser, I'm right behind Oluyemi and Niels and everyone on my side, making sure that on all angles we step the same way.
Yeah,
so
sense, yeah.
If they were here, I'd be over there sitting down just to listen into the
For what they're
conversation.
saying.
Or when they did their radios or whatnot. I was with Kitty yesterday. I can't say too much for, but big things are happening for everyone. Sondela's bust out, Kitty's next, and then
Sondela, big.
Who knows what Adi Smarts could say, like, hey guys, I'm celebrating.
They're going in the right direction, right? You can see the growth. Like, it's just evident. You can see when somebody's growing. You can see when someone's unique. You can see when someone's doing something different, bruv. It's bait.
Yeah, I hear
you
that.
know what I mean? It's all in everyone's face. You know what I'm trying to say? But that boiler room, that's when I just knew. Yeah, I think that's mad. But even your BBC One Extra mixes, is that guest mixes?
Yeah, they were both guest mixes. So
okay.
So it was Afro House to Amapiano.
Yeah.
So they crossed both sides, where there were initially, it was quite a few Afro House DJs from the UK, and then Amapiano side was getting the SA acts, Jazzy Q, Gogo, Dibon Gogo, Pori, Kabza to do their mixes, bring some attention in, and then Seth hit me and it was like, oh, they're doing rounds, they're calling out people, I put your name down, listen out. This must have been like still 20, like April, like early first quarter 21. I think my mix was like the start of 2022. Yeah, January 2022. So first quarter 2021. So I put your name down. I was like, all right, cool, bet. Looking out for the phone call, waiting for it, this thing come. Okay, shit. Then other people did this. I was like, nah, bruv. Like, so I kind of, I think what's changed for me as well, I've been more intentional with things. So I put a lot of intent behind it. I said to my team, I want this thing. If anyone knows anyone inside there, they kind of know my name already. Let's see what's going on. And fortunately, Annie did know someone, so she hit forward and they hit back and was like, oh no, you're on the list, actually. Here's the situation for the recording. Can you get it back? And I was like, yeah, definitely. And I think actually when it actually came out on my birthday, February 20th, 2022. Okay. So this year on my birthday, we're doing Vigo Deep in Coco's and Red Room the night before, after. But I think for me anyway, February is the start of the rave year.
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
Kind of, yeah. So
you say everything picks up from then?
I mean, that weekend, our weekend is like, it's Tipper's birthday, it's Morgan Black's birthday, it's my birthday.
Oh, that same week? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Morgan. I think we're even day after each other. So I think Tipper's 18, 19. I think Morgan's 19.
Oh, Tipper's got something. Has he got yellow on or something? Has he got something on?
Yeah, but they're doing birthdays. Yeah. Tipper's birthday is 18th February. Morgan's 19th February. Mine's 20th February. So over the years, we've kind of just rotated the dates unconsciously. Yeah. So Yellow and Morgan's.
Yellow anyway,
I did Yellow last year, January, opened. That was fun. Again, that was like.
No, it was near your side, didn't it?
It's Dulwich, yeah. So it was, but you know, again, it's like, that was my accomplishment before Boiler.
Yellow's come on, man.
Yeah, because it's you lot. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you lot are tough to please a certain way, or like it's a new sound and you're not familiar with me, but you don't have to give me a chance.
Facts.
There's really high quality DJs amongst us that want to play either for free or their rate is decent. So me being honoured to play, I never approached Tipper to say, oh, put me on, or them guys. I won't do that because I was close enough to them to see when people did it and how they behaved and how.
Yeah, and how they.
It's more about do your thing and we see it, as opposed to asking to be put on.
I think that's the best way. I think work rate counts, man, no matter what. I think there's a lot of people who just put you on automatically. Obviously, sometimes it's friends, you know how it goes. But I think work rate's more authentic, man.
But you know when it's like you didn't ask your friends to put you on and they've done things and you're still striving, I think there's a certain level of respect there as well.
100%.
Like the events that are around us, or I could really have been like, yo, come man. You know, I'm that guy, man. I'm doing the thing. You lot should book me, man. Like it will come when it comes.
When
Like
it comes, facts.
100%. Like again, the people that are booking me these days or in my DMs are people of respect. Like I paid for your event
When I
previously.
used to come to you,
Yeah,
party,
and then now
facts.
you're hitting me. It's like
That's big, man.
serving the industry, 360. So, and I'd encourage anyone else that's in the art industry that has a thing, listening to yours where you said you just, it's deeper than listening to yours. What this is what many of us in our industry wanted, where you're talking to artists and producers and getting the insights because no one else was looking at our microcosm or our niche,
100.
which has been around for about 25 years now, where producers have come in from our scene and we've broken producers in this part of the world. And, at some point in time, you could have watched Black Coffee play for 15, 20 pounds in London. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's London, Now it's like there's more, not even say more situations, but there's high production value situations where like this, where it's like quality and you're getting quality people. Bobby Digital, someone I've rocked with, Golden Lady, Into It. Like I told you about name dropping earlier. Like I'm not the game. I'm gonna throw everyone's name, but just to prove like I'm with it again, in tune with it. Like you ain't gonna send me a screenshot of a song and be like, "Do you know this one?" Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's I just want see what it is, from my perspective now, is like your intro for me was dope. But I want everyone's intro to be unique because everyone stepped into themselves. Like, bro, I'm just me. When people are like, you wear this every day. Do you wear leather every day? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Like, you don't? Like, what do you mean? Like, this is me. This is how I feel. This is how I want to look. And even like with the headscarf, like, oh, you're trying to be like that Ampion DJ. I didn't even know he was wearing that shit when I started wearing it. Or great minds think alike even. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Put your flavor on, do your thing respectfully. And if you love something, educate yourself before I didn't try to add your thing to it. And I think that's how I came up with I'm a Piano. Like, I didn't try to add a smiles to I'm a Piano. I wanted to be indistinguishably one of the best. So I can't change it from what they love already. I have to just bump it, raise it, push it.
Raise up the levels.
So this year we're going in as the joy dealer.
So you're going in?
Yeah, I'm gonna be known as the joy dealer this year. Like,
okay.
I pull up, I pull out.
Joy dealer, yeah?
Yeah.
I like that one.
You see me, just good vibes, good energy. Whether I do or don't play. They already know me for other things as well. Last year's Monica was the chairman. But it was a double entendre.
Yeah.
Straight off. Like,
levels.
If you look at me, you see the chair, but if you know who added smiles in the I'm a Piano scene here, it's the chairman. He's on the board.
No, respect that. Yeah, you feel yourself.
Nah, cause I don't talk often, innit?
Yeah,
so it's like, and I know how I talk when I do talk to the people. We know them. We have these kind of and we move differently afterwards. So it's like, I know the game I'm playing. I play my game.
Do what you do.
I bang my game. This is stars above my head. I'm most wanted. But that's fun to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to impress no one, bro. My cousins, my family members, me. Like, if you came, it's like, your thing is a bit.
Is what, isn't it?
I actually invited you to our event one time. I said, yeah, come down, see how it is. Come rock with me one weekend.
Yes.
The invitation still applies.
Yes.
Rock with me
I'm more
weekend.
in tune. To be fair, even at the early stages, I wasn't even in tune with Amma like that. You see, now, it's like I'm more in tune into it now.
But again, it's the 21 languages, bro. It's like, I think a lot of us over here is going to fall in love with a sound I'm trying to push and not coin, but lane now is piano tech.
Yeah, I've been hearing that though, about that.
Where it's a bit techie, it's a bit Afro tech, right?
Yeah.
If you hear Afro tech should already exist.
Yeah, anyway,
I don't know.
Yeah, normal, yeah.
But it's like piano tech is like Afro tech. It's a bit techie. It's a bit longer bridges. It's a bit lemon and herb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Napa and them, man, like, let's experiment with these sounds. But still in that same BPM range. And I think that when that hits on this side as well, when it starts to manifest into the clubs, because I think that sound as well is going to be a bit more liberal. I made a song on that that side and it's 115 BPM, knowing that I want it to be friendly for both sides.
Yeah.
You guys can go up a bit, we can come down a bit, clean. And Shims was doing that with the remixes he did. And some of the other guys are doing songs. If you listen to the songs, the BPM range is about 118. We're just hitting that 110 to 126, the whole range. We're going to dominate the whole thing as black music or Afro music to some degree.
Yeah.
It's just a frequency that makes sense for us. We dance.
I caught that frequency a bit late. I started realizing, all right, this is that and that is that. And you know I mean, it's a big difference, bro.
No, but you know, and this is where I think it will evolve, yeah? You know, as like originals, and you've got 3 stages, and you've got the big stage that's going to play your more commercial right now. And you got your other 2 stages are the niches.
Yeah, that was like that.
And then they hit, you know, the steppers on one side, and then the older heads on the other side, maybe the vinylists on that side. Yeah. And then you walk into the park and you're like, finally, you know what I'm saying? Like, this Arctic.
Trust me.
More of us getting into music and production and TV and everything, those things become more accessible to us. The only reason why it turned out how it turned out, because we didn't have access to that ground or whatever. We're not familiar with these things. So we just do what we do naturally and just move. You know what I'm saying? And our movement isn't conducive to our environment like that all the time. So that's how they was like, yeah, shut it down. And it's amazing because, brother, I played one song. I was on the main stage, standing there looking at the world. I even said to you, like, when you hit me, like, can I do the interview after the originals? I played one song, Shasha. One Shasha song, I party. Going off, they're like, oh, Smilez now. They put my logo on the screen. And someone comes and was like, yeah, give me a second, I need to bring it down a bit. And I'm that kind of guy that's like, nah, talk to that guy.
Yeah, chat to us.
Go speak to the host, yeah. So he went to Gemini and Gemini was like, Smilez, and we didn't go back on. But then the opening song, which is Shasha, fast forward a few months, I'm Shasha's DJ for her first performance outside of Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Serious.
It's her first performance in the Western world, in the world, like, and it's Ade Smilez, and it's like my first mix on SoundCloud is her song too. So am I being intentional by accident, or do I need to like focus on my movements a bit more and see that these are the things that I'm trying to manifest? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where I'm at now. The time I spent out was a lot of drinking, smoking, and partying, but that's how we meditate. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%. It's always stages.
Yeah.
Stages in life, man.
You know, I did my Holy Communion in the club after I did my set in South Africa. I bust up a set in Soweto, De Plouf, Makojela Bab restaurant. Crazy place, amazing.
Sorry, I can't even pronounce it.
I know. I can't do it again. Sorry, bro. I can't do it again. Because I know I butchered it to some degree. Yeah, but I made it out. Yeah, if I try to do it again now, you're going to hear the technicalities. But it's in De Plouf, which is a part of Soweto, is Zone 2. And I played, after my set, I was playing on the Wash Raw tour and Durban Go-Go's tour.
Yeah.
So she's released the album Wash Raw, and she's a raw one. When she got to London for the first time during the piano season, she just hit me and my team and was like, Ade Smilez seems cool, come through. And I did the right thing. I went through 2 bottles of Hennessy and about a couple grams of weed.
You say, yeah, the invite like that, come through.
I got that from South Africa as well, because when I got to the country in 2019, they shook my hand and I felt a baggie in my hand. And I was like, I said, your flight has been long. I said, okay, sick.
So they gave you that love when you went out there?
Put it in my pocket. And when I went to my room, they said, we got a bottle for you in your room, you know what you like. So there was a couple grams and a bottle. So anyone I meet over here that comes and we're in the same flavor, it's a must, bro. It's a hospitality, you must be consistent.
Yeah, 100.
Even like I've had studio sessions with both sides of the world, and it's a must because it's a love situation. We should share whatever, man. Like I've been in studio jazzy and bro, jazzy time. You got weed? Yeah. Alright, cool, sick. Roll some, I roll some. We just
vibe.
You know, guys got on my durags, man. He should have waves by now, because like he was like, how'd you get these waves? Like here's one of my durags like this. Share your knowledge, bro. Like, ideas are free until someone actions it. Knowledge is free, just share it. Like, many of the people that come in here that are like me will tell you that they got their degree via Google and YouTube. I was one of them kids too. Like, all right, cool. The normal teaching system doesn't really work for everyone. But where I come from, my house, it's like you better get your thing. There's no excuse.
Imagine.
Cool. So in this game here now, I apply the same situation. I'm going to play memorable mixes and songs every F time. I'm going to jump on the stage. I'm going to hand out shots. I'm going to make this an experience. I'm going to treat it like it's a concert every time. Why? Because it should be. Because it's me and it's you. And I'm one of your favorite DJs, so why not?
Why not?
You know what I'm saying? And the other DJ before me and after me, I was no competition, just how I do my thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think in the piano scene now, we've kind of, the DJ etiquette, the older guys in the house scene, they have that. It's a new scene. People just learn how to DJ during lockdown or got better or connecting because of pirates. There's things to now learn because now we're in the space. It's like, you know, you got 5 minutes before that you're set. Just chill. Relax. Don't get too close to the DJ. Let him do his thing or her thing. Let them have their moment. You know what I'm saying? If you're a DJ's friend as etiquette, film. Don't have no DJ in the booth filming their set. Like, oh yeah, they're going off. No. Let's leave that behind. Yeah. I think perform. Like, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing Waffles performing. And people might question her credibility and DJing skills, but she's putting on a show. Yeah, and people pay for the show.
It's a show, man, unfortunately.
Right. But, you know, at the same time, yeah, if you compare it to the top of the world where Black Coffee was doing a show with an orchestra and a band in front of people, yeah, that was a show, that was a performance. Then he'd leave and go to the ends and do 2 decks, a show and a performance, but it's the same music, same energy. I think we should push that as a whole. Like, don't walk into any venue and be like, oh, it's empty, man. Make the ground shake.
Still do what you're doing. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, make the rats in the building dance.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Or something must move because I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel personally. And where I get that from, I don't know. Or it's just me being me. You know, I feel more comfortable being like that. Like I said, like, where we come from, it's dangerous.
Yeah, 100.
The raves we used to rave in and the arches and the places.
Arches, boy.
You have to have a bit of testicular aggression to just be comfortable. And we would wear shoes that you can't fight in, and you wear waistcoats and ties, and we have a pre-suppression and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone might throw a bottle across the club. You're on this level of testosterone, that tight level of, but we raved. Now, that world has changed. It's not like that anymore. In my 3 years of playing piano in the clubs, I've seen 1-2 fights. I probably watched it, the punch up between the 2 guys, and they squashed it afterwards.
And just got on with it.
Got on with it, bro. The punch up was because they couldn't hear each other speaking. And then they went about business. Left it. 2 of those in 3 years. That's unheard of.
Yeah, facts.
But still, yeah, we still need to continue because I'm still knocking on venue doors like, hey, I'm trying to get in. And like,
what do you reckon? Because of race?
Because of everything, bro. I told you we did the second highest bar spend at ministry. We do high bar spends weekly.
They don't care.
Weekly.
They don't care about that.
But and here's the thing, we don't own nothing, that's why. Now, not to get all
technical.
Yeah, but when you're on the other side and someone owns a club and he looks like you can give you an opportunity because it's like, let this kid try. Let's see what I've gone. And so many in those instances we've had many greats. No Idea was brought Kanye West at 14 years old and like, do you mind teaching my son? He's like, yeah, okay, cool, boy, take these things. And do you know what I'm saying? Who knows at Jazz and Julian Gomez, there's so many people that connected with people at different points in times. Someone had something, an opportunity. People have allowed greats to be great just because of the space and time, because they own something, you know what I'm saying? And I guess full circle, that's where my platform is now. So Blue Room, Red Room. Red Room is like the best of the best around us. You see Red Room DJs playing and you watch their next 6 months. Watch their next 6 months. Without saying nothing, just watch their next 6 months, yeah. And Blue Room is another flavor. We just had our second one, which is Afro House and Amapiano open decks. That pirate aesthetic, but in a place where it's real.
Yeah.
So DJs can come down and they send their submissions. We've had over 100 submissions from Afro House and Amapiano DJs in the last 6-8 weeks, just for the opportunity to play. So we put them on and we gave people the opportunity, promoters and everyone else, to hear new people, new talent, or just see it for yourself.
Yeah. No, I see everything. I see everything. Trust me. That's why I had to think. You know what? I have to start it off with interviewing you, because I feel like everyone just sees you, hears you play music, but just don't know your journey. They don't know your story. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's only right for everyone to hear what you've been through and how you think and what's your thoughts. You know what I mean? I feel like I've learned a lot as well. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why more time I was just silent, listening. You know what I mean? So
I'm annoyed still, because I want to be the one that really educated you on some of the deeper Amapiano things, but we didn't get there like that.
Yeah. No, you know what? To be fair,
this is the first of many.
Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say. So, is there anything you want to say to the Amapiano ravers and anybody else before we wrap it up? Because I feel like you'll be the right person to even
to open up the discussion. All right, cool. Not just to the ravers of Amapiano. Let's even start with like ravers. Let's start coming out a bit earlier, because if you come at 2 and the club finishes at 4 or 6, you only got 4 hours. Then you're gonna be like, to me, as when, when's your set, my bro? We did that one at 1 o'clock when it was peak.
Yeah.
Come out a bit earlier, enjoy the night, so you don't have to try and cram it in the last 2 hours. Or you've enjoyed the night so you can leave when you like. And I think that also promoters should change their staggering of their DJs to encourage this.
Okay.
Stagger your greats or your whatevers across the nights. You know what? Even better than that, let's start putting out set times. So you put an event out and you know who's playing. Just have the times that they're potentially going to play by. Yeah. We know the world changes and it could be 30 or 50 minutes forward or late. But at least then you can draw out the people that want to hear that person. And I think that's across the board. I think that will help a bit on our side as well. So it's like, again, there's 15 DJs on the lineup.
Yeah.
What time do I want to get there?
Yeah.
Or even if I get there at a certain time, because that's what I want to say, maybe there's no line or there's no movement. That first and foremost. And that's just for us to enjoy a bit longer, really, because I'm trying to get these 12-hour, 24-hour events going on soon. Because Red Room already goes to 6 a.m. from 10 to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
But I want to say, really, like, don't underestimate us or what we do and what we're moving in. I strongly believe that this is we're currently living in the present of timeless music. We're at the birth of a timeless sound that will stand alongside of some of the great in the house and the Afro house genres, and some of the things that we're experiencing now between 2019 to this day. In 5-10 years time, we'll be like, yo, do you remember Summer of? So I think that for this to happen and for us to allow it to flourish, let's not pigeonhole it and let's not compare it to anything else anymore. It's not funky house. It's not anything else. It is what it is. There is nothing wrong with how you say it or how you play it, as long as you respect the tunes and the music, and vice versa. You having your way of playing it allows all of us to play it on the decks across the night, because then that means now it can be 8 hours of 8 different styles of 21 languages. I'm really bumping this thing. But I just want more individuality. Don't be scared. Do you know what I'm saying? Connect. Everyone's got my number. I ain't changed it in 14 years. So ring me, text me, call me, ask me some questions. Connect with people across the globe. There's other guys on the other side waiting to hear you. You like their songs, you use their music, just DM them. Yo, my bro, I really like this. Or tag them in that video and they will DM me back and be like, thank you. And that will just bring all of us closer together. We met via DM, but we were in the same houses. You know what I'm saying? So it just brings everyone together. So don't be afraid to DM no one, big or small number, or just don't harass no one. You know what I'm saying? Don't do anything harming to anyone. So yeah, that's it.
You know, Ade, I respect that.
Yeah, it's time.
I think the interview, you know, I feel like you've got lot more to say as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like we could break it down again. Anyway, it's not even
100, yeah.
it's that.
We're in the beginning of this journey anyway.
Yeah,
I
100%.
strongly believe, like, I strongly believe it's the beginning. Even the time where I tried to come before was even just the beginning. So we just started, and now we've broken ice. And
definitely.
I might not speak until I come back here again.
I just feel like I think this will be a good interview. Though. I feel like I said, when you see, like when. Sorry, before you even wrap it up.
Yeah,
see, like when I watch you, you know how you're just calm, you just like, you think, but that's good though as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm
an oxymoron, dual personality. By day I'm a monk, and by night I'm a rager. Oh, facts.
You say, yeah.
Yeah, no, I listen to the people, and this is what they tell me. I'm the lady's favorite boyfriend at the moment. Monk by day, rager by night. The DJ's favorite DJ. And things go on. Santon Smiles. I could go on. I'm like, I want to be like RZA and them that has like 21 names behind their name.
Yeah, I respect that.
That's given by the streets. So, happy 2023. We're here. I love sessions. I love house. Do you remember that guy that used to have the tattoo "I love house" across his knuckles?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the same era. We're in the same class.
Listen, Ade Smiles, thanks for coming down. You get
Thank
me?
you for having me.
Big
Blessings.
moment, because I can see the vision. Big moment,
yeah,
bro. Blessings, bro. Thanks for coming, yeah?
Thank you for having me. Peace.